உலகம் இன்பமுற இசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனே தமிழனே உன் சீர் திறம் இயங்க செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
Please be seated. Welcoming our chief guest, Mr. Andrew Gerald, founder, managing director, Happy Group of Companies. Thank you for your presence, sir. Now I request Vimal Priyan from Department of Networking to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning to each one of you present here. I am proudly delighted to make an opportunity to introduce the chief guest for the day. He is none other than Mr. Andrew Gerald. He is the founder and managing director of Happy Group of Companies, and I would like to welcome our director, principal, faculties, and head of Department of Networking and faculties of Department of Networking, and my dear friends. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I would like to welcome Dr. Bina Rani ma'am, who is Assistant Professor of Department of Networking, to give an introduction speech about our resource person.
Good morning, all present here. An investment is always pay the best interest. Relying on money is common and is often considered as one of life's primary currencies. Few people think money is the only resource to which a person can grow up, whereas there are many other resources such as energy, time, skill, etc. can make a person to grow up to any limit. For instance, if you possess cash on your account, millions of cash on your account, and if you don't possess energy, what can you do with that money? So, each investment, whether small or big, certainly have an impact on your life. Here, we will learn how we can grow overall by investing our money, skill, time, and from our respected Andrew Gerald sir. Honorable Andrew Gerald sir is founder and managing director of Happy Group of Companies, Chennai. He is a motivational speaker and psychologist. His vision is to create a world of positive thinkers and motivational leaders. He has more than 20 years of experience as an industrial trainer. So, are you all ready to invest your time? Okay, we can invest our time to build a great future. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words. Now I request Dr. John Justin Kangaraj, sir, Department of Networking, to honor our today's guest with the momentum of presenting the token of appreciation, sir. Please, sir. Put your hands together. Without any further delay, I wholeheartedly welcome Mr. Andrew Gerald to the given chief guest address.
லேண்ட்ஸ்கேப்பில் அது சரியா இல்லையா அவர் தான் போட்டுட்டு மாற்றலாம்.
So happy morning to all. I said happy morning. How many of you are happy here? Only this many? What about others? You are not happy? Okay, I want frank responses now. Okay? First of all, understand I am not a professor. I am an entrepreneur. I have come here to share my experience with you. Alright? And this is the first time I am standing in a dais like this. Normally they used to give me a mic so that I can move around. And I am not a person to stand in one place. But still, my question is why you are not happy? Okay, fine. Now once again I am asking you, how many of you are really happy here? Put up your hands. So can I take it that others are not happy or you don't want to put up your hands? And our session is going to be an interactive session. Don't expect me to give any lectures. I'm not used to it. I have only interactions. That's how I operate my business. Okay? So, and I'm not here to teach you anything. I'm only here to learn things from you. Alright? That's the deal. So you're all interested in the session. Don't look at me, you can talk frankly. And how I'm not at all interested. I'm supporting. Okay, interested, but they're not interested, but they're not interested. Just option. Sure. Okay, what is the difference between listening and hearing? Sure. Okay, what is the difference between listening and hearing? Right. I'm happy now. Well, so listen, right? This is one famous question asked in an IAS. I'm going to ask you that question and you're going to answer. How many of you? 3, 4, 5. Okay. A couple of hands have raised them. And my question is going to be, how many of you are good in directions? East, west, north, south? Okay. How many of you are good travelers? Many. Okay, the question goes like this. Okay. If you are driving, okay. The question goes like this. It's about driving a car. Okay. How many of you good at driving a car? Okay. Fond of it, right? So if you're driving a car at a speed of 30 kilometers per hour towards north, completing a distance of 40 kilometers, take a right, go towards east at a speed of 50 kilometers per hour, completing a distance of 60 kilometers, take again a right towards south at a speed of 60 kilometers per hour and cover a distance of 70 kilometers and stop the car and tell me what is the age of the driver. Whoever is good in maths, just guess the age of the driver. You have to keep in mind the speed in which the person was driving, the directions that he went. Anyone? 80? 80? 18, okay? Anybody else? Pardon? 25, 55, 35. What's your name? Suresh. Suresh is 35. Okay. And what's your name? You said 18. Ganesh. Okay. Ganesh is 18. Suresh is 35. One more answer. 47. 43. What's your name? Shankar. Okay, Shankar 43. 40? Okay, is there anybody who can guess the age to be above 60? Above 60, 60. A senior citizen? Can anybody guess that the age could be above 60? Sure? No? Or at least above 50? Above 50. What's your name? Lakshmi. Okay, Lakshmi guessed and Prashant? Anand. Okay. All the people who answered, can you just stand in your places? Whoever answered, can you please stand in your places? Okay. Okay. This is system. Please come. Please come. Okay, there are two. How do you vote for? What's your name? Who says 18? Okay, what about others? Just being an observer? Don't want to commit anything? Now the answer will be given by Ganesh. But Ganesh listened. When many people were just hearing what I was talking, it was Ganesh who was listening to it, and he'll explain you what it is.
By asking question, you said starting.
What is the age? It should be your age, and your age is definitely not 43. Friends, this is one test to see whether we or we listen. Many times we hear, we don't listen. Many times we see, but we don't observe. But what connection does it have with innovation, strategy, investment? What connection does this question have to this innovation, strategy and investment? Okay, another question to you. How many of you feel I'm something finished? I'm asking you. Or shall I put it another way? How many of you understand the meaning of investment? What is investment for you? How many of you say, when talking about investment, it is money? Investment is money? No, investment is not money. Is investment time? Yes? Okay. How many of you are interested to become an entrepreneur here? To do business? How many of you's ambition is to do business after you graduate from here? No one? No one is interested to do business? How many of you are going to do some kind of job after completing a graduation? I am repeating the question. How many of you are going to do some job after completing your graduation? My question is clear? So how many of you are not going to do anything after completing this graduation? I think that should be the last question to be asked. I'm just doing this graduation just for the sake of doing it. I don't want to do anything after this. I think many are like this. And you said investment is time. So what are we going to do with the time? If you're not going to do anything, what are you going to do with the time? You'll be having plenty of time, right? So what are you planning to do with that time? That's a question we have to answer. That's not an answer that you're giving to me. That's an answer that you're going to give to yourself. What am I going to do with time? I have plenty of time. And how many of you here really want to be successful? This is the only question for which all the hands are getting raised. Yes, I want to be successful, because nobody will say, I want to be a failure, right? Everybody wants to be successful. But I don't want to do anything. Success should just like that come. Just like what you see in the movies. It is like everybody wants to go to heaven, right? But nobody wants to die. But you have to understand, unless you die, you cannot reach heaven. It's just like that. If you're not going to do anything, nothing ever is going to happen to you. It's as simple as that. But I'll tell you the first thing that I have to do, move away from this place. As long as you be in where you are not going to reach anywhere. Do you understand that? If you want to remain what you are, however you are, you cannot reach wherever you want to reach. So all that you have to do is, you have to be ready for something called change. How many of you are ready for a change? If you want to be successful, you have to be ready for a change. If you are not ready for a change, even then the change will happen. Whether you are ready for the change or not, the change will still happen, because change is inevitable. Change is the only thing that cannot be changed in life. Either you change or you accept the change, whatever happens. And I'm going to talk to you about innovative strategy of investment, and the strategy that I want to talk to you, I'm going to give you as a small video. You all are interested to watch videos? Okay. So let me play a small video for you. So this is a video for you to think about your future. This session that is given to you about innovative strategy for investment, it is all to do with giving you ideas of what you can invest and become successful. Definitely not just money. There are so many other things that you can invest. And all the questions that I have asked you just now, I did not simply ask you those questions. You have the answers here in the video. And once this video is going to be just hardly for 3-4 minutes. So after this 3-4 minutes, there's going to be an eye opener, and you're going to open your mouth. Okay? And all the people, whoever is ready for a change, please watch this. It says 10 minutes, but it doesn't go for 10 minutes. Okay? It's just there for 3 minutes to go. Okay? Shall we watch the video? Are you ready? Fine. Let it play.
This is a picture that we see every day in the hectic pace of life. Each and every person is in a hurry, running towards something. This is a picture that we see every day in the hectic pace of life. Each and every person is in a hurry, running towards something or the other. And that everyone includes you and me. Many who run so don't even know why they are running for or for what all those races. Are we running really with a purpose? What is our ultimate goal? Is this race to reach our goal? Will we ever reach it, or are we simply going to end up running forever? Many such questions do still remain unanswered, and for many, they don't even have the time to think of all these. If only we stop for a moment and think, we will find the answer for all these questions. Shall we? Each one born as a human has one or more dreams in their mind. Starting from buying a land to constructing a house, from educating the children to getting them married, from buying a car to going to an international tour, the dreams keep growing more and more and more. But even before they could make their basic necessities of life, like the house rent, electricity charges, groceries, provisions, children's school fees, traveling expenses, medical expenses, and all the taxes to be paid, not only become a stumbling block in the mind, but also put them into huge debts, stopping them from even thinking of their dream. Whether your goal is to fulfill your dream or to just earn for a living, either way, the destination remains the same, and that's money, money, and money. To earn this money, men have been traditionally following just two ways. One, doing business, and the other, going for a job. If we look at the job goers, we could see that they get a monthly income in terms of a salary which stands far below the growing inflation. As a result of this, meeting the basic necessities of life itself becomes a Herculean task, and the dreams remain just as dreams forever and ever. On the other hand, people in business happen to face a lot of challenges in the beginning, but with dedication, hard work, and perseverance, they gradually grow up, reaching success and incidentally fulfill their dreams at some point of time. This is known to many, but still, even today, many choose a job and just a few choose business. The reason behind are the difficulties a person would have to face as an entrepreneur. Factors like capital investment, monthly overheads, poor knowledge about business, not having people to guide, and on top of all these, the fear of losing money in business becomes a threat to many even before they try their hands on it. Is doing business such a big deal? Can't our dreams come true at any time? If you ask this to me, my answer will always be, yes, you can.
Yes, friends, you just saw one video. What is your takeaway from it? What did you get from what you have seen now? Just a 20 minutes video. What is it you got? Anyone? Are you still thinking? Today we are talking about investment strategies, right? Okay. Can you play the PPT? Yeah. Pardon? Well, so when I'm talking about this investment strategy, all you have to understand is that it's not just money that we are going to invest. Just in the beginning, your professor who gave an introduction to this session, she was just talking to you not only about money, she was talking about time, she was talking about energy, she was talking about work. Did you listen to that? You listened? Well, when we are talking about investment, there is one question that you have to ask yourself. There are only two people in the whole world. One is a person who does business, and the other is a person who helps him do business. Do you agree to this? There are just two people in the world. One is a person who does business, and the other is a person who helps him do business. Do you agree to this or no? Yes? No. All the people who are employed, who go for a job, are the people who support somebody who does business. Now, the question is, Are you going to be the first person or the second? That decides your future, that decides your success. Do you got it? How many of you want to be the first? Whereas many of us really want to be the person seconding the first, going for jobs. And if you ask me, okay, have you come here to tell us not to go for any job? Have you come here just to tell us that you all become entrepreneurs? Are you motivating all of us to become a business person? My answer for you is yes. I'm not here to tell you to go for any job. After graduation, that's not the only option that you have. And if everybody does business, if everybody becomes an entrepreneur, is that scenario possible in this world? One person has to do business and many people have to support him, yes? That is what we have seen in this world all these years. But can everybody become an entrepreneur? Why not? Now tell me one question, one answer for this question. When was money invented? We are talking about investment, right? When was money invented? Was money there right from the beginning? In the history of ages, was money there? There was no money, right? When there was no money, business happened or it did not happen? It still happened. Even without money, there was business happening. Have you all heard about this barter system? Yes? So how did this business happen? Product to product exchange. Where is the question of money there? How did money ever evolve? Actually, how this money came into practice? There was this barter system wherein I have 100 kilos of rice and you have 100 tons of oil and I want to exchange my rice with you. So what I have to do, I have to carry this 100 tons or kilos of rice along with me and you will be in some other place and I have to bring it physically to your place, leave it there and take that oil from your place and leave it in my godown, right? So that becomes a big task when it comes to volumes. So what they did, they brought one thing called gold. They brought gold and they gave value for this gold and they said this much gold is equal to this much of rice. This much gold is equal to this much of oil. So you don't have to carry the rice with you, you don't have to carry the oil with you. You take that gold, that's enough. So in exchange to the oil that they're going to purchase or in exchange to the rice that they're going to purchase, you give them that gold. This is how money ever came into evolution. That is how money was invented. Initially it was gold. After that, when the gold's price went up, they used silver. They used brass. Later, if I have to take, like 10,000 gold coins with me, there is a question of the safety. There is a question of carrying this baggage with me. There is this question of burglary in between. So what they did, they started printing money. So instead of coins, they started using paper. And what is this paper? It is money. When does this paper become money? A paper, it is just a paper, okay? It becomes money when that becomes a bond. You take any rupee in your pocket, it can be a 500, can be a 100 or even a 10 rupees. It is not just a sheet of paper, it is a bond wherein it is written there, I promise to pay the bearer of this instrument rupees 100 or 500 or 2000, signed by the governor of RBI. That's when that paper becomes money to usage of rupees. At later point of time, the technology started growing up. This rupees, are we using rupees now? Are you using cash? No. Everything has become digital. You're using Google Pay. You're using internet banking. Yes or no? Just before this, instead of that paper, we started using cards, plastic cards. Right? Because paper can be burnt, paper can be torn, but card, there is safety in it. If this paper is robbed from you, if I take 500 rupees from you, for me also the same value, same 500 rupees, yes? Does the money change? No. But if I take the card from you, what will happen? I can't use it. Without the username, the password, without the ATM pin, I can't use it. So there was some safety. So we migrated from paper to plastic cards. Debit cards, credit cards. Now you don't even need those cards. Just a mobile will suffice. With just a mobile, you can go across the globe. And many people nowadays don't use the purse. You don't need a wallet. All you need is a digital wallet, and that's what is your Google Pay or Phone Pay. This is the evolution of money. But even before money was ever invented in this world, business was happening. And I tell you what, when did this job started in the world? In the early days, there was no job. There were only two businesses that was happening in the whole world. Two professions. Any of you, can you just tell me what are the two professions which man ever did? Anyone? There are only two professions. Today we have a lot of technologies, you have a lot of industries, but that time there was only two industries. What was that? Early men, they were doing only two professions. Can you just guess? Pardon? Farming, excellent, that's one. What's the other one?
Guarding.
One is farming, what's the other one?
Guarding.
This is just for our GK, general knowledge.
Guarding. Guarding, sir. Guarding.
I get you.
Guarding.
Adi,
Guarding.
gardening.
Ah.
No, that is also connected.
Not
with
gardening,
something,
sir.
right?
Garding. Guarding. Like police.
Pardon?
Like police. The
No,
kings are.
police was not there. Initially there was no police, there was no security, nothing. Pardon? I'm not got it. Hunting. That is not a profession. I'm talking about a profession that gives you what you want. No, earning. How did man earn? Trading what? Product to product he was trading. Okay, that's all to do with cultivation, that's all to do with farming. Okay, let me come out with the answer. The only two professions that man ever did is one is farming, the other is cattle breeding. The one is farming, the other is cattle breeding. Okay, these were the only two professions man did ever. And even after that, when he started making the pottery, when he started doing the sculpting, I tell you, there was a time when everyone is an entrepreneur. Do you know that? Each and every person is an entrepreneur. Each one had his own profession. No one was working for anybody else. Each person had a profession to do. That's how people live with dignity. But what's happening now? We all go behind companies. You want to work for some concern, but still you want to be successful. How is that possible? When I am talking to you about investment strategy, let me share this thing with you. An investment strategy. What is an investment strategy? You don't have to read the whole thing. I just highlighted a few points. Grow your wealth while maintaining a level of risk that lets you sleep at night. It has to let you sleep at night. Who are the best earners today? Which industry? Which industry is giving good salary? Pardon? IT? Are they able to sleep?
Traders.
Are they able to sleep? No way. I have a good friend of mine. He is mostly outside the country. And I asked him, how many countries have you visited so far? He says some 18, 19, I don't remember. Okay, when you go to these countries, what do? I work. Where do you work? Inside the office. Okay, after your work, I return back to India. So don't you go and visit those places? He says, sorry, I don't have time. So this guy, if he is in India, he is going to be in his cabin. If he is in UK, he is still going to be in his cabin. If he is in US, he is still in his cabin. What is the point going there? You don't have a single day to go and see the places. Is your time yours? Can he call himself as successful? And now, he's got what and all he never wanted to have. He wanted to have wealth. He wanted to have money. But along with that, he's got sugar. He's got pressure. He's got stress. And he's become anemic. And he's unable to sleep. Because his on-site, when he is sleeping, his on-site is a daytime for them. So they keep calling him. Midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, he should be over the call. Is this success? Is this a good investment plan? Today you have the decision in your hand. Are you going to choose a future? Are you going to be wise in your investments? Or you are simply going to be a follower? Just follow what others are doing. How many of you want to enter into the IT field? After I'm talking so much, you are still able to raise your hand. Why don't you start your own IT company? Just think about that. You may be wondering, oh, what is this man talking? Starting up an IT company, how much I have to spend? Can I tell you of a person who started his business with 30,000 rupees? Will you believe if I tell you that he is the owner of Infosys? Will you ever believe that Infosys started his company with just 30,000? But that's the fact, that's the truth. The best investment strategy is to follow your dream. There are plenty of strategies. If you Google it and see, they will talk about plenty of strategies. But I am here to tell you, just follow your passion. Just follow your dream. That's the best investment strategy that you can ever think of. Don't worry about what you have done so far. Oh, I've taken this graduation. What am I going to do with this graduation? Nobody ever did anything with the graduation. And that IT industry which you are talking about is headed by a person who's a college dropout. Yes or no? So can we all drop from this college? Don't take it that way. I'm not here to tell you that. Once you have taken something, you are supposed to complete it. Before entering into something, you have to think about that. So you complete this, I'm talking about what you're going to do next. I'm not asking you what you're going to do now. What you're going to do next. Think differently. Don't think the same way what others are thinking. You will never become successful. You will only become followers of people whom you think are successful. Underline. Whom you think are successful. You go and ask them, they will tell their stories. They will have plenty. They need lot of counseling. I'm a psychologist here and I give counseling for people in TCS. Tata Consultancy Services. All the 18 locations in Chennai have been. And do you know what? The people to whom I give counseling, whom do you think I'll be giving counseling to? To the staff? Or the people who are managing them? You have HR department, you have other departments. HR department is the one which is monitoring all the other departments. Am I right? So who needs counseling here? The departments or the HR department? Why? Surprising. Why? You are right. I'm giving counseling for the HR department who is supposed to rule the other departments. Because so much of stress is there in the management. Now I'm not here to talk about the management of TCS. I'm just here to talk about the entire industry. It's not only IT. You take any manufacturing industry, you take any trading, you take any business in the whole world. There includes something called stress. Do you want to understand what the stress is all about? Can I have some 4 volunteers here? 4 volunteers. Just 4 people who are not sleeping. Anyone who is not sleeping can get up from your seat and come here. All the rest you can continue to sleep. Now I have 2 choices. One is you come out. The other is I call you. Which one you want? I'll go with the second one. Okay, you are the one person ready. 3 more, 3 more. Guys, come out. You want him to come? Okay, you also come along with him. Please, sir. So today we are going to see the best investment strategies. That's what I told you. In which one is highlighted that you need sleep at night. The next thing that you have to understand is, first understand what your goals are. You should have a goal for yourself. How much time until you retire and how comfortable you are with taking risk. Many people don't do business because they think it is very risky, right? It's easy for me to go for a job than starting up a business. And there was this question which was asked to Mr. Mahavir. Who is Mahavir? Who is Mahavir? Anybody knows who is Mahavir? Who is he? Pardon? I need some answers from this crowd. Pardon? From the faculty? Oh, you have a faculty by name Mahavir. I once asked to another crowd and they said he is the owner of Mahavir Ice Creams. But actually the Mahavir whom I know is the founder of Jainism. Now you understand which Mahavir I am talking about. The founder of Jainism. This question was asked to him. A person asked him, what is that which surprises you about human beings? And he said there are 3 things that surprises me about human beings. The first thing is, human beings, they work their whole life keeping their health at risk. Towards the end of the life, they spend all their savings for their health. And they die. So why did they earn at all? This is something surprising. You would have also heard about stories wherein a person works a lot, making money, saving money. After his 60 years, 70 years, he falls sick. He will spend all the money. At least if he is going to spend all the money that he has saved, it is fine. But he will also borrow money, leave the family in debt, and he will die. Why did he earn at all? Big question. So this is something surprising for Mahavir. That's what he said. And the second thing he said, people always live in the past. or they are afraid of the future. They never live in the present. Now for a second, think what is going in your mind. For a second, just think what is going in your mind. It should be something related to the past, or it should be something related to the future. You are not thinking anything about the present. Yes or no? So this is surprising for Mahavir because people live in the past, they live in the future, they don't live in the present. So are they living or not? When you are not living in the present, are you living or not? You're not living, right? And the third surprising thing for Mahavir is that people live as if they don't die at all, they don't have a death at all. And they die as if they never lived at all. All the decisions that humans take, they decide as if they don't have a death. But when they die, there is no symptom of how they lived. 2 years down the line, there will be a photo with a garland in it. That's all. You forget that person. Am I right? That's life. And I am talking about the first part. Living all your life just for making some savings, encountering with your health, and finally worrying why at all you did all that work. That is where stress comes into place. So when you are talking about investment, you should know what your goal is. Is your goal only to make money? Or is your goal success? Is your goal health? Is your goal real wealth? Is your goal happiness? And how much time until you retire? How many of you have decided your retiring age? No one? Sir, I am already retired. I am already resigned. Why should I think about retirement age now? But decide your age. And how comfortable are you with risk? This is what I am talking about. You all think that doing business is a risk. But I tell you, going for a job is riskier than it. If doing business is a risk, going for a job is riskier than that, and that is what our friends are going to demonstrate right now. Alright? Now we have 3 people here. I want 2 people to be blindfolded. Who's going to be blindfolded? One person will be the leader, and the other 2 people will be the followers. Those 2 people will just blindfold themselves. Do you have something to blindfold? No? Okay, fine. Now, he will be the leader. What's your name? Chaitanya will be the leader. Okay? We are going to see one demonstration. Chaitanya will be the leader. Lakshmi and Srimati are going to be the followers. Okay? Now, Chaitanya is going to be a project head. So let's welcome Chaitanya, our project head. Now, Lakshmi is a team manager. Okay? And Srimati has just joined the company. Now, Lakshmi is supposed to follow the instructions of Chaitanya. That's how it goes, right? The project manager's instruction, the team lead has to do, and the team member has to follow her instructions. So now what you're going to do is you're going to blindfold her. We don't have any door, so you just close your eyes. Go behind her. Yeah. There is a loophole. She should not be able to see. Now the task. Okay, I'm going to give a task to them. Now Chaitanya is going to give the instructions and Lakshmi and Srimati are going to follow. And we are supposed to follow what for 10 minutes. In a mind. Within be here. You simply follow what he says. And he says.
First, you go down on the steps.
that bottle. The task is completed. Can we clap for them? Srimati, where did you start from? Goda? Give the task to her direct. Go. Give the task to her. Take this bottle. Now also the task is completed. Now what did we understand from this? You know, the task is just to take the water from this place. And this is your ambition, this is your goal, this is your happiness, everything. And there are set of rules. The set of rules is such that instead of taking the glass from here, okay, now let me ask you questions. I told you the task is you have to give them the instructions and this is how it has to. Because I told him to do that, he did it. He didn't ask me why she cannot take it directly. Did you ask me that? Why you didn't ask? You are the leader, but why you didn't ask me that? Because he sees me as an authority here. Whatever the authority says, even though it is so foolish, you simply follow. Because you are paid to do that. Because you are paid to do that. You question the authority, they say, you are sacked because you are not following the orders. Yes or no? Okay. Now, I told you this is the task. Did you tell the task to her at least? What did you say? You only gave instructions. He never told the task to her also. What he would have done, he could have told, okay, this is what the authority says. The task is to take the bottle. What she would have done, her eyes were open, right? Yes or no? If he had told you this, what you would have done? Directly ask her. Okay, now I'm going to ask Srimati. She is closing your eyes. Did you ever ask her where she is taking you to? Why? Okay. She got an instruction from her higher authority. The higher authority got an instruction from this higher authority, and she is blindfolded and she has to follow the instructions. Wherever they take her, she has to go. And this is exactly what you do in a job. Do you want your life to be like that? And what it is to be on your own. That's what he did last. He said, Srimati, your work is to take the bottle. And what did you do? Why you didn't go that side and come? Oh, that again she only instructed. Did you? No, he said, you only told her. No, the last scenario, he told you the task is to take the bottle, right? Why? Oh, he told you, and only you told her. Okay, perfect. Good. Thank you so much. Big round of applause for them. Friends, I tell you, this is something called a follower's attitude. A follower's attitude is what is ruling the whole world today. It is just a follower's attitude which is not making you become successful. Do you got it? And if you ask me about strategies of investment, there are plenty of strategies. There's a big PPT I can tell you. But again, I insist upon only one strategy: be your own. Start from where you are. Start from what you have. Don't wait for anything to happen. Nothing will happen in this world unless you make it happen. Start from where you are. Where are you now? You are in the college. Do you think you cannot start from where you are? If you are going to wait to start, the waiting period will get extended, extended, and extended. Think what you can do to reach your success. Think what you can do to follow your passion while you are here studying. Start from where you are, start from what you have. And today, the world is so beautiful. On one side, you have plenty of millions and millions of followers. But on the other side, there are also thinkers who do not follow anyone. They start from what they don't have. I told you to start from what you have. But we are hesitant to start from what we have. But there are people who start from what they don't have. And can you tell me of somebody who started with what they didn't have, but then they were the most successful? Who's that? Someone who started with what they didn't have, but they are very successful. Can you guess who it is? I'll tell you a list of people. There was this guy who wanted to start up a travel agency, but he does not have any vehicle. He doesn't have any vehicle, he doesn't own a vehicle, he doesn't have a single driver. Without all this, can you start up a travel business? Without a single vehicle and without a single driver, can you start up a travel business or no? Yes or no? Yes, how? By what? I'm talking about traveling, making people travel in car and bike and where? Ola. So you all know about Ola, right? Does he own a vehicle? Does he have only at least one driver in his roll call? No, he doesn't have a driver, he doesn't have a vehicle. So he started with what he did not have. And today he is most successful. Swiggy never owned any restaurant. Uber Eats never owned any restaurant. And till today they don't know how to cook. But you order food to Swiggy. You do not call up any restaurant. You call up Swiggy. And they are the masters in food business. All the legends have gone back. Whoever had been in the food business have gone back. It all happened because one thing called an idea. You don't need money, guys. You don't need money to start business. You don't need time. You don't have to wait for time. You don't need any certification. Nothing. All you need is an idea. And just follow your passion. See what interests you. And just do that. Don't think of the consequences. If you keep thinking of the consequences, what will happen? Only the thinking process will get elongated, and one fine day you will sit in your house and think, how many times I have thought about this, I have not done anything, so there is no point thinking, let me just follow what others are doing. That is what you will end up with. So if you are again asking me, which is the best investment strategy, invest your brain. That is the best investment strategy that you can ever think of. And investment strategies, we talk about long-term goals, short-term goals. You need to have a long-term goal, you need to have a short-term goal. But both the goals should be connected to the passion that you have. The goal should be fixed. My goal is to live a happy life. And talking about Ola, talking about Swiggy, talking about Oyo Rooms, who doesn't have a single room for himself. Oyo Rooms. But then he is ruling the hospitality segment. Talking about all this, I think I have time to talk about myself also. It all happened when I was doing my 8th standard. That I decided that I am not going to work anymore. That I am only going to do business. It all happened in my 8th standard when my parents, I have a father who was then an employment officer and my mom was a school teacher. They both were earning. But then, anything that I wanted during my school days could be a new shoe, could be a new bag, could be a new uniform, or could be a tour. Anything that I went and asked my parents, all they did is, the first thing that they did is, they took a note wherein they write everyday accounts. That's called budget. They were looking into the budget and telling me, I'm sorry son, the money that you are asking today is not in our budget. So if at all we have to spend for that, then we'll have to borrow money. And that's when I decided I'm not going to do any job. And my life is not going to be inside any budget. Whatever money you make, 10,000 or 50,000 or 1 lakh, you decide or you put yourself in that basket. And you will say, okay, my value is 20,000 per month. My value is 1 lakh per month. And there is your boundary. You cannot cross your boundaries. Because whatever you do, that has to come within that budget. And if you want to make anything more, your higher authorities have to decide it. Am I right? That's what is the world that you see today. Others decide your life. You want you to decide your life, or you want others to decide your life. So now you tell me which is the best investment strategy. Following your passion or following whatever is given in the PPT. Still if you think following the PPT, I have no issues. I can just tell you what all you have to do and what all you should not do. Have long-term goals and short-term goals. Design the goals and follow it. Low risk versus high risk investing strategy. Low risk versus high risk. I was just talking about risk, right? You know what? You all feel that doing business is risky. And I told you, doing a job is riskier than that. You know why? In business, the risk that you're talking about is the money that you invest. Am I right or no? That's the only risk that you're talking about. But while doing a job, you know what and all you're investing? The only thing that you're not investing is money. But other than money, you are investing everything. You are investing your time. You are investing your hard work. You are investing your loyalty. You are investing your sincerity. You are investing your age, which doesn't come back to you. In a nutshell, you are investing yourself. As a compensation for money. Instead of investing money, you are investing yourself. My question is, which is more valuable, we or money? You tell me, which is more valuable, you or money? If you think that money is more valuable than you, I am sorry. You can create money, money can never create you. Can money create a person? Impossible. But a person is the one who creates money. You understand? Let's go to the next slide. Top investment strategies to become a better investor. Practice goal-based investing. What's your goal? First of all, fix up your goal. Fix up your goal. I'm not talking about money here. I'm talking about goal-based investing. If your goal is to become a rich person, then your investment, you have to note down what and all am I going to invest other than money. If I'm going to reach this place, how much time is it going to take? What's my age now? By the time I reach that particular place, what would be my age? So what is possible, what is not possible? Second thing, start an SIP online. Smart investment plan. Smart investment plan. Which is smart? What is smart? You know about smart, right? What is smart? You have the abbreviation of the smart. Smart is smart. Smart is systematic, measurable, achievable. Have you heard of this? It should be systematic, it should be measurable, it should be achievable, it should be reactive, and it should be tangible. Whatever goal you have, you should see that it is systematic. It should be measurable. You cannot say, I want to become a rich person. It should be measurable. You should say at what age you want to be, you reach there. I want to have my own house. I want to have a Mercedes Benz at my house. I want to have this much money in my bank. But when? If that is not measurable, then your goal is at stake. You understand? And the third thing, diversify your portfolio. This is one thing which I learned in my life. That's the reason why I started a group of companies. I'm into media, I'm into events, I'm into insurance, I'm into a loan segment, I'm into tours and travels. So it's a couple of things, like almost 11 different businesses that I'm doing here. And that's why I have this group of companies. Why? Have you heard of this wonderful saying of Warren Buffett, who says, don't put all your eggs in the same basket. What will happen if you put all the eggs in the same basket? When the basket falls down, all the eggs are gone. So what you have to do is, if you have 10 eggs, put it in different baskets. So what am I trying to do now? Guys, understand, it's not just one talent that you have. It is not just one thought that you have or one idea that you have. It is not just one opportunity that you have. There is plenty. The world is big. The world is huge. It is not just one friend that you have. There are many. Think of all your talents. Think of all your skills. Think of all the opportunities and give it a try. Don't just be contented with just doing one thing. Some people say, if you keep concentrating on many things, you become jack of all trades. You'll never become a king of anything. My question to them is, in which did they become a king? No one becomes a king anywhere. Though you feel that you are a king in a particular industry, there is always an emperor there. Better to be a jack of all trades, because you don't know which trade is going to support you at which point of time. We all have come across this big pandemic which wiped up all the trades. All big giants, big legends, they fell down. But who was able to survive? The people who are at the mediocre level. The people who can manipulate between things. Simple. The marketers were able to survive. And I tell you what, marketing is something that you and I possess from birth. How many people are interested in doing marketing? No one. All are afraid about marketing. But I tell you what, one quality that each one of us have, right from our birth, right from our childhood age, is marketing. You are a wonderful marketer. Every single person is a wonderful marketer. How do I say that? What is marketing after all? Getting things done. impressing a person? Yes or no? Now tell me, have you never impressed anyone in your life? Haven't you impressed anyone in your life? All through your life, can you just have one person who says, in my entire life I have not impressed anyone? There's no one like that, right? Sometime or other, you have impressed people. And if you think that no, in my whole life I have not impressed anyone, think of your parents. You are the prince, you are the princess. You impressed your parents. And I tell you, you are a very good marketer. You know why? Marketing is one thing which has to be there in every profession. One friend of mine, he says, no, I don't want to become a marketer. Who is he now? He is a doctor. So I'm just asking him, you never market your profession? None of you thinks. A good doctor should be a good marketer, or else he will not get his strength. You go to a doctor, your family doctor. Why do you go to him? Because he talks very well. He impresses you. Yes or no? A doctor needs this marketing skill. An engineer needs a marketing skill. An advocate needs a marketing skill. Anybody who's in business, anybody who's in job also needs a marketing skill. Now I'm talking to you about becoming an entrepreneur, and you all want to become, do some job. You know, the thing that you have to do is to impress your interviewer. Otherwise, you will not get a job. So again, you have to market yourself. And I'm telling you, you are all the best marketers. You know why? How many of you have this experience of going to school tours? How many of you have gone to tours while you were in the school? You went for school tours, right? When you went and spoke to your parents, did they just like that love you? No? So what did you do? A child who is just doing a third or fourth standard knows marketing. As a parent, there are so many parents here. Parents know it very well. Parents know it very well when the child is doing marketing. You know what? For 1 week, the child will do whatever the parents are asking him to do. Now you are recalling all your childhood days. You would have done that. I have done that. 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days. Because the school tour date is announced. And we have to get the permission from our parents. And we know for sure they are not going to give the permission. What and all will the parents ask us? What, you want to go for a tour? You cannot score in this subject, but you want to go for a tour. And you take your paper and see, oh, got failed. Impossible. Going for a tour? No way. At least my mother will accept, my father will not accept. I am very weak in maths or in science. Surprisingly, that whole week you'll be studying maths, doing science. And your parents will be wondering what happened to this time. And surprisingly, the whole week you'll be getting up very early in the morning. And doing all that your parents are asking you to do, and slowly going and asking your parents, Mom, like this, like next week, on Wednesday, what's happening on Wednesday? There's going to be a picnic in my school, but I told my friends I'm not coming. You know what? My friends are asking me to come. And with my friends it's fine, but then my teachers are always asking. And I told my teacher my parents will not allow. Oh, this much money they will not pay. They asked me to go and meet the headmaster. I went and met the principal and she says, no, without you we cannot go for the tour. Tell me, did you do this in your homework? No. I did it. And it so happened when I was doing my 11th standard, my English teacher, I still remember her name, her name was Lumina. She is very fond of me. And she really told me that somehow, Antu, you have to be there in the tour. And I know for sure my parents will not allow me. I made my teacher talk to my parents. She called up my parents and she said, without Antu, we have to drop the tools. And that's how I got the permission from my parents. And this is what you all did, even when you are a child. And that's exactly what is marketing. Preparing the platform first, before talking to the client, preparing the client and talking all good words to him, accepting all his claims. Now after my miss talking to my parents, my dad is asking, okay, will you study properly? Yes. Will you get up early in the morning? Yes. So will you be getting rank in the next exam? Yes. I'm a guy who used to fail in all the exams, except the annual exam. But luckily I passed in all the exams. Otherwise, I would have been trapped in the school itself. But don't think I didn't do any graduation. Yeah, I've done two graduations. Okay, I did my maths, I did my psychology, and I'm also a doctor in acupuncture. Okay, so all this came after my college days, when I wanted to do things on my own. But then, here I'm just telling you, each and every person here is a marketer, and a marketer is a person who is the best businessman. You got it? So this talent is already in you. I'm not telling you to market an insurance product. I'm not telling you to market a personal loan. I'm only telling you to market your own idea. Don't you have an idea with yourself? Just market it. Just make people understand your idea and go ahead with it. That's all that you need to do if you want to have a perfect strategy. Invest only in what you understand. Please don't invest your time in something which you don't understand. Let it be your studies, let it be your business, let it be your work. Rebalance your portfolio when needed. You would have had an ambition in your life. You would have had a goal in your life. It so happens when I go for schools, and particularly when I talk to this 11th and 12th standard children, I go to a class and I ask them, what is that you all are going to do after your 11th standard? And if it is a biology group, they all will say, doctor. Oh, 80 people there. Everyone wants to become a doctor. And whoever has taken computer science, what are you going to become? I want to become an engineer. And this I have been hearing for years together. When you took biology, you wanted to become a doctor. When you took computers, you wanted to become an engineer. But after the results, what happened? How many are doctors, how many are engineers? Your ambition changed, your goals changed. Yes or no? After becoming a graduate, you walk in for an interview and you get a job unrelated to whatever you studied. I have many people working in the IT who have no knowledge about computers. A BSc Maths graduate enters into an IT. A physics graduate enters into an IT. A chemistry graduate enters into an IT. Then what happened with all the studies that we did? Are we going mad? Learning something, doing something else? Are we doing that? I tell you what, you are being smart. You're not going mad, you're being smart, and that's exactly what I'm telling you here. Balance your portfolio whenever needed. Do not worry about changing your goals if it is not happening. Don't stick on to something and keep dragging your whole life into it. That's why I said, opportunity is not just once. There are thousands of opportunities in this world. Keep changing it. Keep trying different things. Alright? The other one, build a retirement fund. Okay? For which you decide your age of retirement. When you want to retire. And then automate your investments. And this thing I tell you, if you have to earn always, then you are doing something wrong. The money should work for you, not you working for money. You can work for money at one stage, and then the money has to work for you. If you keep working throughout your life, then you are doing something wrong. Well, the last two slides that I have to tell you is how would age determine which investment strategies you choose. Understand friends, this is the age that you can take risk. Exactly, this is the age that you can decide your after your 30s, after your 40s. Do you think you can track? Then now I will have somebody will say, see, he started at the age of 80. How many of you want to start at the age of 80? Exemptions are not examples. Don't take exemptions as examples. He is an exempted person. He started his life after 80. But that doesn't mean that we all have to start after 80. You got it? While you are in, take decisions. Don't regret it later. While you are in, take decisions, not just one decision. Think of 2-3 options. Keep options and you work. And why is investing important is very simple. The importance of investment. Unless you invest, you cannot meet out with the future needs. So better do something for your future, and that's all about the investment. Did you get any takeaways from here? Yes or no? So can I have somebody who would tell in a nutshell, my presentation is over. And all I have to tell you about this, the last one before I say thanks, Warren Buffett is one inspiring leader that I have in my life who says, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. So, in which this happens? As a worker or as an entrepreneur? When will you make money even if you sleep? Can you tell me about any enterprise which will give me a salary if I sit and sleep? Is there any organization which will give you a salary, a package if you sleep?
Sleep.
Yes? No one, right? So end of the day, my conclusion that I give for this session, if you want to have the best strategy for investment, invest in yourself. The best investment that you have is your own ideas, it's your own brain, and you start from where what you have and opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening us with your words of wisdom. Now I would request Lakshmi from Department of Networking to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good morning to one and all present here. It gives me immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. I would like to thank our chief guest, Mr. Anto Gerald sir, for coming on your expiringly valuable time to grace this occasion and also enlightening us with your inspirational and informative thoughts. I'd also like to thank our director, principal, HOD and the faculties of the networking department for this wonderful opportunity. And last but not least, our audience for making this seminar a grand success. Thank you.
Let's end this wonderful event with national anthem. I request all to rise.